All right, welcome everybody to the Bookmap Onboarding Webinar. I'm Bruce, I'm the lead educator here at Bookmap, and what we're going to do is go through the login process, get you up and running in Bookmap, get you connected to data, and start to go through the interface and answer any questions. Also show you other resources to further educate you on Bookmap and understanding how to use it for trading. All right, so yeah, our agenda here, we'll log in first, then download, install, and run it, get you connected with the data, and like we had just covered. And then a Q&A session, so get your questions ready, and if it's about connecting or anything else, we're happy to help out here. So let's get going here and go through the login procedure. So I'm logged in already here, and the way that you will log in is very simple. You'll just click on login up here at bookmap.com. Once you're all logged in, this is the Bookmap portal. This is where you'll arrive, and here is where you'll find your license key and your download link. All right, so the first thing you do once you log in here is to select the system here that you want. So click on the drop down and you can select Windows, Mac, Intel, Mac M1, M2, or Linux. Okay, so I'm Windows, and then select your version. Okay, it can be production or beta. Now just note that the beta version might have some bugs in it. That is why it is beta. And then just click on the download link here. All right, you'll see that and then save it to your desktop. All right, so save it and you'll see it downloading here, and you are good to go. All right, so all right, so now once we've downloaded it, you'll go through the wizard to get up and running in Bookmap. Okay, so the wizard will install the Bookmap desktop icon here, and just want for you to understand, for anyone who is brand new in here, that this is a downloadable product here, and you will install it on your local machine. We do have a Bookmap web version that is beta right now. It is in the works, and we plan on going more that direction in the near future, but this is a download version here for your desktop. All right, so now we've downloaded Bookmap. You've ran through the wizard. You've installed Bookmap. Now let's double click on the desktop icon and we're going to run Bookmap. Okay, it's loading. You may get some messages in here for some updates or some other incompatibilities or something in here. Now the run option window pops up, and let's go through the different run options in here so you're clear. The simulated mode here, you will be connecting to live data, and you will need to have a data subscription in order to connect to the live data. We'll go through it in just a minute. And you can trade from this version, and this version here will work for Bookmap Digital Plus, Global, or Global Plus. Okay, now Global, you will only have this option for live data. All right, for Digital Plus and Global Plus, you will have the option here for trading mode as well. This means that you can connect to your broker, or you can connect to a simulated account that's maybe on your broker's server, or maybe you're trading a prop service like Top Step Trader or Apex or whatever it might be. You will go into this trading mode here. There's also a replay mode. Okay, now I'll show you this. What you'll need to do is select record live data here, and then you'll click OK. All right, so if you are in trading mode, you can also record your live orders here by selecting these boxes here. Now, once you've got up and running in Bookmap and you've saved your workspace, you may want to come back in and select this checkbox here the next time that you load Bookmap and run Bookmap. And it'll just bring up your previously loaded open workspace. Right now, I'm going to deselect it for this demo, and let's click OK. All right, so now you can see that I am not connected to any platform in here. There are some instructions here to how to configure, enable a connection, and then plus click the plus tab here. So let's go up to connections. Now, if you have the free version of Bookmap, the digital version, it will connect to already one live market, which is only for crypto, one live crypto market. And then you'll see delayed feeds for stocks and for futures. You will need to, this is recorded, David, and will be available for everybody. So in any questions that you have, just let us know in here, and happy to go through them. All right. Yeah, I see some of the questions already over here in Zoom. I'll get to them in just a minute. But let's get connected first, and then that might answer some of your questions. All right. Okay. So we need to connect to data. Now, like I said, if you have that free version, it will automatically connect to the crypto market, for Bitcoin, and stocks delayed, and then futures also delayed. All right. So you will need to subscribe to a live data feed, and you can get that in two different places. You can get that from the Bookmap website. You can add a subscription right here. So you'd click on this, and you'd add in you'll come in here to data feed, and you'll be able to add it. Okay, it's just loading, right? And you'll see, yeah, upgrades. And then you will add your subscription. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, you'll also see the different upgrades in here as well. Okay. So let's go back here, and just a minute. It's just taking a while to load. We just had some new features in the portal. Okay. All right. So let's go back here. Once you subscribe to data, then you're going to come to connections, click on this, and we're going to configure a connection. All right. So come down to configure. You won't see all these listed in here. All right. And we're going to configure. And in fact, I'm going to remove a few connections in here first. Also this. All right, I'm going to keep my Rhythmic and my Rhythmic multi-account here. Now, we're in connectivity configuration here, and we want to add a new connection. Click on Add Connection here. All right, and then from the drop-down here, whatever you subscribe to, you should see it in here. Okay, so if we scroll down and look for Bookmap data, it's right here. All right. Now, if you don't see it in here, there's another place that you might need to add it first, and you come into Add Remove Platforms here. Okay, and you're in Bookmap Level 0, Bookmap Connect right here. Okay, and then you'll scroll down, and you'll see in here all the different, these are all crypto exchanges that you can connect to, and you'll see your other connection in here, like Bookmap data. This is a beta version, or CQG, etc. All right. Now I've already installed the Bookmap data in here. I just need to connect to it. So I'm good to go here. You can see it right here. And then there's also DX feed. You will need to add it in here, install it by clicking on install here. All right. So like I said, I've already added it in here, so it is already in here. So I'm just going to close out of that. And then now I'll add a connection here from the platform drop down here. Click on that, and we'll scroll down and we'll find Bookmap data. Okay, so now this is Bookmap data for futures and also for crypto. Now I'm going to show you futures, and we're going to click OK. Now we need to go back to connections, and we're going to select Bookmap data. Okay, it's connecting to the platform, and it says no instrument is selected. Click the plus tab here. So we're going to go up and we're going to click on the plus tab up here, and then we're going to click on the drop down here. We have platform is Bookmap data. The type is futures. Now let's click on this though. You can see there's other selections in here. You've got for the competitions that we host, we have futures. I have perpetual and spot. Now these are for Forex, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Next, we're going to click futures, and then we're going to select CME, or you can see that I'm also all set for CBOT, CME, COMEX, and NYMEX. I'm going to click on CME. And then in the drop down here, if you don't see a symbol loaded in here, just type it in, right? So we're going to type in ES. I'll show you also how you can look up the current contract, but this one will work for just ES, and you can see it available here. If I continue to type in here, you'll see this is the H is the March contract for the ES, and then you can see it's for 2025. So the 5 here, ESH5. I'm going to click on that. It's selected, and now I'm going to add historical data 1 hour, and tick size granularity is fine, and let's click subscribe. Okay. And you can see the data is loading. The red text up here shows that it's loading. And I am up and running with Bookmap data here. ESH5.CME at BMD, Bookmap data. All right. So the Bookmap data here, let me show you if you get confused with the contract spec here. You can go up to help, and we're going to go to symbols here. Right? That's going to open up my symbols guide over here on the website. And I'm going to show you also on the website where you can find it. Just click on the more button here and go down to symbols table under resources. All right, so for those of you who are new to futures, we put this together for you. For futures, you can see crypto and stocks. If you click on these buttons, it'll scroll you down the page to the section here. Now these are the month codes for CME group futures. January is F, February, March. You can see H here, and that's what we inputted. This is because for the stock indexes, it's quarterly, and March, June, September, and December, and we inputted H. All right, and if you have any questions, you can look at the example here, and then also you can look at the different data providers in here and how we connect to them with a you can see the model here. So we'll scroll down a little bit more, and you can see the ES right here, and then the ES, and then M and Y is month and year, and then you'll also put in the exchange here, CME. All right, that's it. So this guide will help you with that if you have any problems. Okay, so now we're up and running, and you can zoom in and get your workspace all set up, etc., ready to go and access the markets here. Okay, let's also connect to a stock. So I'm going to go back up to connections here, and I'm going to make a new configuration here. Select configure, and then I'm going to select or add a new connection in here. Okay, add connection, and then I've already added DX feed in here, so I'm going to click on the drop down here, Okay? And just to review, let's go through it again. Add, remove platforms, and then you'll find your DX feed in the list in here, and then this is where you'll add it. Okay. All right. And then click on the drop down, and there's my DX feed here for platform. I'm going to select that, and that's it. That's all I need. And we'll click OK. All right, we need to go back to connections here, and we'll click on DX feed, and we'll select it. All right, now if we click on connections, you can see I have check mark in Bookmap data and also in DX feed. So let's click on Add Instrument here. And now we have two different exchanges, one for stocks and one for futures. So we're going to click on the platform here, and we're going to click on that, and we have the drop down here. We select DX feed, right? And then you can see your symbols pop up in here. Just start typing it in. If you want to look at Microsoft, okay, let's start typing in the stock symbol, and there it is, Microsoft. Okay, select it. You can add in your historical data here in the drop down. You can select 3 hours, that's fine, and then we'll click on subscribe. Okay, and you can see Microsoft is now loading up here. Let's click on it, and it's starting to load the data. You can read the red text up here. Okay, nice move here in Microsoft above 412, and this was resistance. We trade through it, and it is now support. This is a really nice example of that, and looks like sellers are interested in trading into that support at 412 there. Anyway, we'll go over some quick analysis here in just a minute in Bookmap and how to read it. Some really beautiful stuff on this Microsoft chart. All right. Okay, so one more, and then we will. I'll start to get to some of your questions in here. We're going to add now a crypto instrument. All right, so we're going to go back to connections in here, and I'm already connected to Bookmap data, and we're the data provider here. So we're going to connect to, and I'm all set. So all I have to do is click on actually just the plus tab here. All right, now if you need to add another exchange in here, you have to go back to configure, and then add or remove your platform here, and then you can see all these different crypto exchanges that we have in here, and you can add them all in if you like, and then they'll be available for you. All right, so you know, the main ones here that you're probably most interested in would be Coinbase Pro and Binance or Binance Futures, and you'll see them in here. Just add them, and then you'll add your connection. Okay, and then you'll add the symbol, etc. So you'll add it in here, and we'll just click OK. Make sure you go back though, and you select it, and then you're good to go. All right. So now we're already connected to Bookmap data, so we're going to just click on the plus tab here, and then from the platform drop down, we're going to select Bookmap data. And then, as we were showing earlier, we have futures here in the drop down for the type, but we're going to select perpetual. All right, now this pops up immediately in here. This is actually a really nice feature that we offer with crypto data, and you're going to get this for free. It's called multi-book, and then the symbol here, we're going to connect to Tether, US or BTC USDT, and this is connecting to 3 different exchanges here: Binance Futures, Bybit, and OKEx. Okay, not just one exchange. This is the beauty, and that's why we call it multi-book. And we'll add 1 hour of cloud data here. We'll use tick size of 10 is fine. It's a $100,000 instrument, so you might want to go to 20 or 50 depending on how much of a computer or CPU power you have. And then let's click subscribe. Okay, and it is loading the data here. Okay, let's click over to it here, and we'll take a look at this Bitcoin, and there we go. We're up and running now in multi-book Bitcoin Tether with Bookmap data. Okay, All right, and Bookmap data for crypto is included. All right, let's go back to our presentation here. And let's make sure we covered everything for you. All right, so we connected to Bookmap data. You can also, for futures, connect to Rhythmic or DXFeed also for futures. And then we also connected to Bookmap data for stocks, and we loaded a symbol, and then we also connected to crypto. All right, so now let's move on to the next thing. Resources in here. If you guys have any questions, this is the main place to go. Well, first off, you can open up your Bookmap, and under help, you can go directly here to the Learning Center or the user guide here. Let me show you where they are on the bookmap.com website. All right, so we'll go here to bookmap.com. We'll click on the More button here, and then under Resources here. Okay, this is the Learning Center here. Let's actually click on it and open it up in a new tab. We'll open up the knowledge base in a new tab. And I also want to show you guys our Discord chat room. This is our community, and really important. This would be next steps for you guys if you're new to Bookmap, is to come over and join our Discord community, and I'll show you in just a minute why. All right, so we'll open up that tab as well. Okay, so we clicked on Learning Center. That will drive you to our Learning Center right here, and you'll see all sorts of links under here as well. If you like our glossary, our symbols table that I showed earlier, you might want to take a look at the glossary to go through the terminology that we use in the live events. Now here, you'll see the Bookmap Getting Started course, Market Mechanics course, and Strategies and Setups course. Underneath, we have how to connect to data, order flow phenomena, add-ons, and our insights page. You'll scroll down more, you'll see our live streamers in here. Okay, and then a bit more, you'll see our calendar in here. You can click on these events, and we just updated this, so you'll see a new calendar, a lot more user-friendly in just another day or two. And that's it. Okay, so anyway, all of these events here are held. Some of them are held on YouTube and Discord. Some are just held on Discord. And that's why I was encouraging you to come over to our Discord channel. All right, so now let's get started here and click on the Getting Started course. Okay, and that'll dump you into the course outline here and how to connect to a platform. Okay, so we just went through the process in here. There's also an upgrade button if you want to upgrade. It's up here in the Bookmap app. And let's also, you can connect to data here, adding symbols, okay, how to add different symbols in here. We went through that. I'm going to go over the overview of Bookmap in just a minute, but these sections in here are very short videos. They're very concise. They'll go over zooming and navigating or recentering, etc., and should be very, very helpful for you. And this is the place to go to get your questions answered. If you have more in-depth questions, and these videos don't quite do the trick for you, they should, but if you need further help, that's where you'll go to the knowledge base here, and we open that tab here. We're in the user guide section of the knowledge base, and you can see there's many things to go through here and understand and read through. There's also an add-ons section here that goes through all the different Bookmap add-ons. So if you have any questions about some of the add-ons, TraderMap Pro, TraderMap Lite, Trading Journal, Trading Simulator, etc., or if you are a coder and want to write your own Bookmap add-ons, you can go through the API section here. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the Learning Center. Also, you can trade from the Bookmap chart. I want to show you that, and all the trading videos in here, very short. Again, opening the trade control panel, placing orders, OCO orders, brackets, etc., editing orders, all that good stuff is in here. All right, so that's really the hub here for learning. And I would encourage you, if you're new to Bookmap and the markets, to go into the Bookmap Market Mechanics course. At least watch part 1 of the Market Mechanics course. This will give you a really good overview and understanding of what Bookmap is showing. Okay? And it's really important to understand like some of these things in here, like how Bookmap is displaying this data and how markets actually kind of work here. Understanding the market mechanics with best bid, best offer, and a market buy order taking liquidity off of the best offer. Okay, it seems like it's pretty simple and straightforward stuff, but we find this to be very, very helpful for people. All right. So, all right, now we've connected to data. We've gone through all the different resources. The last one here is to go through Discord. Yeah, you can see that we launched it here in another tab. You can click on it here. And then I would suggest downloading the Discord app. You can go through the web, but the app is better. And then you'll see all sorts of rooms in here. Once you input your bookmap.com email and verify it, then you'll get full access to everything in here. It's all free of charge. Okay, there's no cost to it at all. All right, it's a great community. We have all sorts of stuff in here. You can see all these different rooms and all those different streamers that I was showing you earlier. All right, so that's another great resource here. Okay. All right, so we're up and running, and we'll go through the 3 elements on the Bookmap chart, and let's see if how the questions are coming along in here. What's the difference between, Boris, Bookmap data and Bookmap data beta? That was a test version, and that was it. All right, I don't think you guys have access to that. So can you connect to interactive brokers in Canada? Absolutely. So let me show you how. There's a video in here. All of those things that we went through on getting connected is here in the Learning Center. Okay, so you can go to Get Connected here, and then you'll see all the different well, you'll see information on different packages in Bookmap for futures, stocks, crypto. These are the data packages. You also see different packages in here for the different subscriptions to Bookmap Global, Global Plus, etc. Okay, all the differences in here. The videos are the best, probably the quickest and best way to go through it. Yeah, you'll see under here stocks and futures data. You'll see interactive brokers in here, right here. Okay, 4.5 minute long video. That'll get you up and running. Okay, you'll connect via the API of interactive brokers. Systems requirements. Yeah, that's also in the knowledge base under here. You'll see the systems requirements here, Bookmap systems requirements. Okay, click on that. We've broken it down here into minimum. Then we also have recommended, and then recommended for heavy use here. Okay, so we have 3 different sections in here. All right. And let's see here. That should answer a bunch of questions. You purchase Global Plus. Do you need to subscribe to anything for real-time data? Yes, you will need, Hamel, you'll need to connect to, like I said, DXFeed, Bookmap Data, or Rhythmic, or maybe your broker offers it already, like CQG or something else. Right? So I don't know what kind of markets you're trying to connect to, but yeah, let me see if you have any more questions here. No, you're it sounds like you need to reach out to, if you, the question here is, you have a message popping up from Rhythmic Connection. It says invalid credentials, please try again. Okay, so yeah, you'll need to reach out to Rhythmic or your data provider, or if this is with like TopStep or Apex or whatever, they're all using Rhythmic. You'll need to get the correct credentials and then make the connection like we had shown. For Bookmap data, you'll just do it with Rhythmic. You'll just select Rhythmic as the drop down. Okay. I would suggest, Jamal, like, why don't you, you might be copying and pasting it in there. Just type it in, right, and see if it works for you. How do you fund account to trade futures? So you will connect to a broker, and then you'll be able to trade from the Bookmap chart. Okay, so if there are many brokers out there, you'll see some of them listed in here in the user guide section. Okay, so I forget where they are. Partnerships. Oh, it's under here. You can do a search. And let me see. Let me take a quick look here. Okay, because I know we had it listed here before. Okay, yeah, you can see all the different brokers in here, and how to connect to them. Okay, futures or Rhythmic or whomever it might be, and yeah, you'll see here they're all listed over here. Okay, so maybe you have one of those accounts already and it comes with data, so just reach out to them, and then create the Bookmap connection up here like I showed you earlier. Okay, you'll select if it's interactive brokers or whatever it is that you need to connect to. Merdad, no, you can connect directly to interactive brokers for futures if you want. I wouldn't recommend it. The data is not very high quality. It won't look very good in Bookmap, but you can do it. All right, there's not full depth of data, and these are big distinctions with Bookmap. Let me show you, for example, if we go over here to the futures product here, and if I zoom vertically, see all these levels up in here? These are contracts in the column. So we're talking like, price has never gone this high, like 6,600 up here. Well, there's 25 contracts up there. This is live right now. I don't know what they're doing up there, but they're up there. So that's a moot point. But the full depth of data in here, you will not get that. You will get something like maybe 10 levels of data from interactive brokers. Okay, so what I would recommend is getting Bookmap data for CME, which will cost you about $37, and then you will be able to still connect to interactive brokers to route your trades over to them. Okay, you'll use Bookmap data, but you'll route your trades to interactive brokers. Okay, that would be the way to go. Yep, you're welcome. Can you connect to Coinbase adapter and download BTC USDC pairs? You should be able to. If yeah, it should work for you. Okay, depends on where you're located is why I have hesitation in here, Boris. All right, there might be some limitations in there, like Binance futures here in the US, you will not be able to connect. Okay, Coinbase Pro, you will. All right, so I think I got all of your questions over here in the chat in Zoom. Okay. See anything else? Yes, great question, Amal. You will be using your Bookmap. Well, okay, it's a good question here. When you try to enter your connection, rhythmic connection, do you use your Bookmap login for your password, info for your password? It depends. So where did you get your rhythmic connection from? Who is it from? Did you get it through the bookmap.com marketplace? Or did you get it from, like, I don't know, AMP Futures or S5 Trading, or is it from like Top Step Trader or whatever it might be? Okay, because that's what matters. If it is from your broker, you will use your broker credentials. If it is from Bookmap, we send you the credentials, and you will use those credentials that we send you. All right. I hope that answers your question. So try that. All right. And let me see on YouTube, any questions over there? Get over to you guys. No, we're looking good here. Okay. And how about on Discord? How are we doing, everybody? Just a second. Okay, I think we're good on Discord as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So, well, any more questions? I want to make sure that I get you guys up and running. Amal, try to get your credentials. I'd like to get you up and running during this webinar if possible. Does Bookmap support multi-monitor? Oh yeah, absolutely. How do you do it? It's easy. Over here, there's 3 ways to pop out the tab in here. You can right click on it and pop it into a new window. You can double click on it, or you can even just drag and drop it and it will open up into a new tab here. Okay, and then you can drag this onto another monitor. All right, now once you've set up your Bookmap and configured the way that you like it on multi-monitors, this is what to do. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just come over here to File, and then save your workspace as, and then make sure you save it. All right, and then that's the workspace you'll use at startup as well, like I showed you in the Run Options window. Okay, if you want to pop this back into the main tabbed window, you'll close it here, and you can see it pops right back in here. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so let's take a look at this Microsoft in here. There was just some really good things in this chart here. Fundamentals of order flow, and how do you get a higher time frame? You will zoom out. Okay, good question. You'll use your center mouse wheel to zoom out, or you can also hover over the bar down here, left click, hold, and drag. And now you can see that I'm to the extent here, and I have this little gray square with a white arrow in it. I'm going to click on it, left click on it, and then I can add more historical data in here. Now click on the drop down, and I can add up to 21 hours of cloud data or 48 hours of local data. So it's a moot point for the local data because we just opened it up like 15 minutes ago. So I could add in 21 hours here. I'm just going to add maybe a couple more hours here and just show you how that works. Okay, so well, let's go back to the US Open. So maybe I need to add a little more than that. We'll add 6 hours. All right, and then I'll click load. Okay, and you can see the red text up here. It is loading more data. Okay, with DX feed and Bookmap data, I believe you'll get up to 24 hours of data free. Okay, it's a little different than like looking at your candlestick charts, because the data is, we're talking millions of data points here. It's not just best open, high, low, and close of a certain period. Okay, what is this, Boris? Let's see. Okay, this is a new tool that we have in here that you can use this to kind of hover over an area, select it, and then it gives you the data from that little area in here, which maybe you want to download and install and study it. Okay, so you can see it all, it's like your time and sales in here, but you selected it. Okay, you have all the timestamps in here, and the side, the price, and the size. It's pretty cool. All right. Okay. All right, so now let's zoom out more, and then here we have Microsoft for the day. Okay, some really, like I said earlier, some I think very clear and clean order flow examples in here, understanding what you're looking at on the chart. All right, let's go through it really quickly, and because let me show you why. We're going to go through it quickly because I have another video for it right here that goes through it more concisely than I'll be able to go through it right now. And it is here in the Learning Center. I will go back to the Learning Center home and click on Getting Started. And it is the overview of Bookmap right here. It's about 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Okay, that's watch this video here, and let's go through it quickly. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything off the chart here first. Okay, so I'm going to take the heat map off. I'm going to take best bid and offer off. I'm going to have any orders. I'm going to take the volume bars off. I have a blank chart, and let's just add candlesticks. Okay, we all know what candlesticks are: open, high, low, and close of a period. In this case, it is a period of 1 minute, or we can put in 5 minutes or whatever, right? Let's put in 5. It is a 5-minute candlestick chart. Now, all right, that's great. We have open, high, open, low, high, and close, and but we don't understand what happened in between the candlesticks. There's no reference in here whatsoever. We just know 4 data points every 5 minutes. That's it. Okay, and we're trying to make important decisions off of these points here. Well, we'll break it down immediately by looking at pure price action by best bid and offer. All right, that's the easiest way to break this down immediately. Like this move to the upside here, well, here's what happened, which you really can't even see in the candlestick, is we kind of based here for a while. We broke out, we based again, and then broke out again. We retested where we broke out from here, and we continued higher. Okay, so best bid and offer is showing all that price action. Now let's put the volume in context on that price action. Okay, green dot is a market buy order that lifts the offer, and a red dot is a market sell order that hits the bid. That's it. Now we have context of pure price action with volume. That's what we're showing in here with the volume dots and the best bid and offer. All right, so we know that this is a pretty good breakout here. Look at all of this buying up in here. It looks very poised to break out. Okay, we did one more hit to the downside here. Very little selling in here, and buyers come back in. Now, there's one more element here. And this is where Bookmap really shines, is showing who's taking the other side of that trade. Okay, because these are just the aggressors, market buy and sell orders. That's it. So that's where we're going to add the heat map in here. And now we can see limit sell orders above the market and limit buy orders down below. Okay, so for example, look at this 12 here, this 412, a very critical price for today. Look how the sellers trade into it and through it, and look where they go. There's more selling pressure, and they go down to this 411 and trade into that area and a little bit below it. And that is the low of the day here. Okay, we see it chop around and we see reversal taking place. Look how we trade back up to, they were on the bid here. Now they're on the offer here at 12, and we trade through it, retest it again, and now they're on the bid here at 12 as well. Okay, so you can understand now this context in these important levels in the instrument that you're trading. Now we just traded into an important area here at 412.50 with high liquidity here. Okay, the question is, do we see more selling pressure come in or more buyers? Okay, right now we're still seeing more sellers, and if that's the case, then maybe they can trade down to 412. Okay, I'm actually looking for them to trade into this liquidity here, and I'm looking for buyers to come out on the other side here and trade maybe back up to 412.70, maybe even higher. All right, so I'm looking for a big green dot to confirm that this is turning into like a little double bottom here, and we're going to find more buyers to come back up and trade to the highs again. But I need to get that confirmation. Right, these are the three elements on the Bookmap chart, and this is how to start to read order flow. If you have more questions about this, then please come to our Discord and the live events that we're holding there, yeah, just go to the Learning Center, and let me show you again here. All right. Yeah, just go back to the Learning Center, or yeah, here, and you'll scroll down, and this is where you'll find all the live events. Okay, so you can subscribe to them here. You can add them to your calendar in here as well. Okay, right here. All right, yeah, and so I host a webinar 3 times a week. If you have any questions about anything in here, this is the place to come. Okay, so happy to help you out. A lot of the other traders in here, yeah, they'll help you out as well. However, they have a specific agenda and a specific way of trading, and that's why we partner with them. All right, so anything about using kind of the basics of Bookmap or whatever it might be, this is the place to go and ask me. I'm happy to run through any examples for you. All right, let's see. Can you set up alerts? Absolutely. All sorts of alerts are in the chart here, and drawing tools, trend lines, absolutely as well. Okay, so let me show you. We have a new tool in here. I'll add in a column, and actually, you know, it's a little detailed in here. So I'm just going to we'll make a quick note in here. Okay, so at my level, and then you'll see add a notification here. Right, it's a little bit beyond the scope of this webinar. We just want to get people up and running and connected right now. So Merdad, if you have any questions about that, you can come to that. You can ask support. You can go to the knowledge base. You can also go to the Learning Center, and then you can also come to the event, All Markets event, and I'll answer the question for you. Okay. Okay. You're welcome. Boris, I don't know. The global tariff plan, can I add this tag? I don't know. I kind of think I don't quite understand, but anyway, sounds like there's a joke in there somewhere. Anyway, guys, that's all we have time for. We've gone way over time, but you had a lot of questions. I wanted to answer them all and get you up and running. So back to Hamal, did you get up and running? Were you able to connect? Okay, it was a good question about the credentials, the proper credentials to use. Okay, no, we went through that tool, Boris. No, unfortunately. Okay, who is it with? Who did you get the rhythmic connection from? Can answer that one. All right, guys, you can see like we traded into, and we're looking back in here for those buyers to come back in. Not enough. Some did, but we're going lower. We're coming back to test the 12 here. Okay, so you have purchased Global Plus subscription with Bookmap. You haven't done anything else. Okay, so I would suggest logging into bookmap.com, and then you'll see add subscriptions in there, and then you'll subscribe to Bookmap data. I would suggest go with the CME, or you can go with CME group and get all 4 exchanges. That'll cost you about $100. I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's like 97, or maybe it's a little less than that. I think our data is a bit cheaper. Or you can subscribe to just the CME index for stock indexes and currency futures, basically. Yeah, you can get the Bookmap data bundle. That would be the more expensive one. Or you can get just the exchange for the CME. It depends on what you trade. Okay. All right. So Hamal, like, yeah, you'll subscribe to that. You want to trade indexes, ETFs, but futures to see the price action. Okay, so then just get CME, because you're not going to want to look at crude oil or gold or interest rate products, futures, bonds or notes or whatever, right? If you do, then get the bundle, but it sounds like you just need the CME so you can trade ETFs. Okay, yeah, get it, and then you'll use your credentials there from bookmap.com because it's Bookmap data, and then use that, get up and running, and you're good to go. Let's see, Merdad, you only trade UD and Canadian stocks, US. Okay. Well, you're looking for stocks then, only stocks. Is that correct? Okay, then you will want to subscribe to DXFeed for your for stocks. Okay, and there's different plans for it. I would suggest you go with the bundle of EDGX and NASDAQ, and you'll subscribe to 2 different exchanges there, data providers. And if that's a little too expensive, then just go with the NASDAQ. Okay, the NASDAQ has a lot more than just EDGX. Okay, but EDGX and NASDAQ together are pretty good combo. I would try it 1 month with one and try another with the next month. But it's up to you. Anyway, for stocks, that's what you do, and you'll get up and running just like I had showed you here with the connections and DXFeed. Right? You'll get it through the bookmap.com website when you log in. You've unsubscribed. You've subscribed, so you get real-time data as well. Well, you'll need to subscribe to data. Okay, so there's a cost for the Bookmap subscription, Global or Global Plus, but then you'll need to subscribe to the data to connect Bookmap to the live markets. Okay, so you subscribe to the CME. There, you should be all set. Yeah, you can plug in your make your connection, like I said up here with Bookmap data. Add your connection here, configure it, add or remove your platform here, and add your connection. select bookmap data from the drop down, and then input your symbol. Okay, just like I showed you, and you'll be ready to go. All right. Excellent. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. This went way over time than I expected, but you should be set to go. If you have any questions, like I had mentioned, you've got the resources here from the Learning Center, also Discord. You can ask like-minded traders over there, or you can also reach out to support. Okay, I would suggest just going over to Discord. Everyone over there is extremely knowledgeable and get you up and running, and then you'll meet others over there that will be very, very helpful. All right, and get involved in the community, and there's a lot more depth over there. From Craig, let's see, you had Rhythmic data in AMP. Yeah, you should be able to connect to them. You will use your AMP credentials. Okay, and you'll have Rhythmic full depth, no problem. If you have any problems with it, then you'll need to reach out to AMP to get that worked out. Maybe you're connecting to multiple platforms already with AMP Rhythmic, and that's going to be kind of an issue. All right, we have a video on how to connect to multiple platforms, though, how to override that. Okay, you'll find that on the knowledge base as well under connections. All right. Let's see, any other questions over here? Icebergs, can I explain icebergs? Zeodol, it's a good question. It's not the scope of this this webinar. Come on Friday at 10 a.m. I'm happy to go through it. Else, knowledge base has plenty of information there, and there's other videos that you'll find as well. Okay. Okay. All right, we're good. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And yeah, good luck out there. We will do this again next Tuesday, same time, 2 o'clock, and get you guys up and running, connected, and answer any questions that you have. Oh, one last question. Now that you have subscribed, try your Bookmap. So you got Bookmap data. Use your login credentials there from bookmap.com. Okay. Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch up with you next Tuesday. All right. Bye-bye.